What's up guys, my name is Chris Gomez. If you're new to the channel, thank you for checking it out. I appreciate you coming by. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, thank you for your support and coming along with me as I kind of navigate YouTube and who I am and where I fit in this space that's pretty crowded already. But we're gonna do it and we're gonna see what happens. Today's topic is centered around a knife, but it's so much more than just about a knife. To give like some substance to, why I wanted to purchase a knife and why we're talking about it. They're working on the apartment next door, that's not good. Anyways, so story time. As my wife and I were dating, she would want me to carry a pocket knife for some reason. And then there started to be reasons to carry one. Like, hey, there's a thread on my shirt. Can you cut it off with your pocket knife? I don't have one on me. Or she would ask like, hey, can you take this tag off the sweatshirt I just bought? No, babe, I don't have a pocket knife on me. I compromised, I tried at least, and would put one in my car in the side door storage. And that was not good enough because we never needed the knife when we were in the car. That's the first reason why I started shopping. The second reason is a little more, it's kind of lame, but I blame my fanboy. The fanboy in me saw Peter McKinnon carrying a knife and I was like, he really likes these knives. And then he started telling the story of why he carries a knife. And I was sold. The guy that I admire on YouTube and my wife are telling me to carry one, it's time to carry one. So I started shopping and I scoured the internet. I didn't want a knife off the shelf from Home Depot or Lowe's. I wanted something that was from a brand that was unique and had style. And through my search, I went to different brands. I think there was Benchmark, there was Spyderco. And then I arrived at deciding I wanted a James brand knife. And here it is, right here. I'm not gonna show the address side. I learned my mistake last time I did an unboxing thing. I had a moment where I was like, do I wait for the video I wanna do on this? Or do I open it? I for sure opened it. But there's something inside here that took me from I'm a satisfied customer. The knife does what it does. It does knife things. And it wowed me to become a fan of the brand to the point where I might just buy only James brand knives. I don't know. All I know is when I'm about a thing, I'm about a thing. So let's switch angles. Let's go over here to my unboxing studio and we'll pick up the rest of the story. All right, we are back with that top-down angle. So this is the package it arrived in, just a standard U-line poly bag. Nothing crazy, but what is inside is what's important. So let's just pull everything out. A few really cool things about what James brand did for their knife. So this is a packing slip we don't need. All right, so this is what comes in, or came in my package at least. And I wanna talk about why I am so stoked on just the contents beyond just the knife here. And we'll get to this in a second. So first of all, they included this little high chew candy. And if you notice, it's green apple, and I don't think that's an accident. I think that is an intentional touch with the entire flow of their branding, because if you can tell from the lights I've got here on the accent, green is the accent color, and we'll go into more about the branding, how it all fits together a little bit in a second. But here is how my knife arrived when I first opened it up. So it's got this cool little matte black chipboard packaging around it, and then as you push it out to open, pull it out here, and it's got this cool felt wool feeling, I don't know the material exactly, sleeve for your knife. And so it's simple, but your knife would just go in there, and that's got the James brand logo with this little label here, and you can see that that green is that pop of color they've added into their branding. It's very black and white as far as the main colors go, but that little splash of green really gives it a standout look. Here is the knife itself, and it came in this cool little wood casing. It's not the finest wood in the world. I don't know, I'm no specialist, but it might be pine, who knows? But it came really well presented, and this, specifically cut for this type of knife. And then when you pull it up here, that felt from the sleeve carries over to the lining. I'm there's a lining in here, for goodness sakes. It's not this premium fancy $600 knife. When I bought it was $139, so it's not an expensive knife at all. but it's still really great. So there we go. That's one side, and then here is that pocket clip I was looking for with a nice little easy release mechanism. And then what's really cool is you can get it started and then flick it open the rest of the way, and it's ready to rock. Really, really, really beautiful knife, easy to open, easy to close, easy to store. But the wow factor is right here. These little touches across each component of what was inside my packaging have really, really added to the experience of getting the knife. Yes, I was excited. Yes, I was watching the tracking every day. Yes, I was there when the mailman showed up and stalking him in the mailroom. But these little additions, this little wood case with the felt lining, this little wool felt-like material on the sleeve that didn't really need to come, but it was there anyways, the little sticker, and the green hide shoe was the win. And why I was so stunned and so fascinated by this James brand knife. And one other detail I want to mention is actually in this chipboard sleeve here. So if you look, it just kind of looks like a standard chipboard sleeve, branding on there, as I mentioned, the black and the white. But then if you look inside, it's got that splash of green. But what I loved, and I couldn't it was almost like this ritual or this, rite of passage for your knife I couldn't miss. It's actually this little hit right here. It says first cut. And it was the first cut with this knife. It kind of made it feel like more ceremonious, and it gave it this added sense of christening to the knife itself. And then when you open it up, it tells you about their core values, knife care, and it actually has a limited lifetime warranty. So top to bottom, this experience with James brand has been quite the remarkable one. So I think that'll be it for this view here. Let's go back over to the studio and finish up today's thoughts and what I think might be valuable for you, even if you don't plan on purchasing any James brand knives. So James brand killed it by just taking me from a satisfied customer to a wowed customer. Now you may be thinking, Chris, you said something about a takeaway for me, even if I don't want to buy a knife. Well, here it is. I want you to go out, live a life that wows other people. Whether that be just through a simple smile and a wave, whether you buy somebody's coffee behind you, or if you're gonna go do that one thing in the house that nobody wants to do, and you're gonna do it anyways, wow somebody with your day. You've got one life to live. May as well live it, making an impact in somebody else's life, and you'll be surprised how little things like a green hide shoe can be the thing that really takes somebody's day from okay to wowing them. So I hope that you take this challenge seriously, especially in the time that we're living in. Think outside yourself, live for others, and see what kind of impact you can make. Thanks guys for watching today's video. Like, subscribe, share, do all those things that YouTubers ask you to do, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Later.